The conifer forest marks the distribution area of the elk, the largest member of the deer family. In the summer they feed on the bark and young branches of trees and on the aquatic vegetation found in the many lagoons peppering the taiga. Their long legs, ending in wide hooves with separate toes, which allow them to walk on the snow in winter, now help them to walk through these waterlogged areas. Like so many other animals, the elk also have their offspring in the warm season. Among elk, normally solitary, the strongest social bond is that between a mother and her offspring. During the 6 months from birth to weaning, the mother is a jealous guardian and does not tolerate the presence of any animal, even of the same species, around her young. The anger of these jealous mothers frightens away other elk, but their offspring, on the contrary, very sociable and curious, will follow any other animal that comes near them, which can be a problem for a young male whose only desire is to feed peacefully on the river weed in the pond. All along the southern coast and on the northern slope or Arctic zone, the taiga and tundra alternate with great mountain ranges whose peaks rise up to a height of 6,194 meters at Mount McKinley, the highest point in North America. The mountain ecosystem has its own particular species. It is a steep, rugged world where the animals have had to adapt in order to live amongst the rocks. The chamois of the Rockies and the Dall sheep are the maximum expression of this life in permanent equilibrium. From birth, Dall sheep learn to live on the mountain. The females give birth in the middle of May on a rugged hillside, and the young males are scattered along the middle of the mountainside, while the larger males, more distrustful and suspicious, live together at higher levels. For walking on the rocks, the Dall sheep have hooves which are especially designed for climbing. With their weight supported on their legs, the two halves of the hoof separate until the sharp edge is steadied against the unevenness of the rocks. On the bottom they have a pad which facilitates traction and prevents them from slipping on very smooth or wet rocks, thereby allowing them to colonize even the steepest peaks. The mountains play an important role in the water cycle and therefore in the gradual transformation of the landscape.